of the greatest experiences I have at my school is when an infant mom comes into the school and she comes with her baby and I'm doing the tour and she breaks down crying and I break down crying.
Aww.
And then the dad breaks down crying, and you feel the vulnerability that this family has. And I tell them, this child is under my care. I will take care of the baby. And we will make sure the baby reaches their milestones. And then now, this child now is a 4-year-old, thriving 4-year-old.
Who is this lady? They're probably thinking, who is it? Because they're not getting that. They're not getting that anywhere else. Nowhere else, right?
Nowhere else. Nowhere else. So I see this 4-year-old child meeting their milestones, can't talk in full sentences. It's a baby that I raised together with the parents. It's a village with my teachers from when they were like 3 months old.
Yeah.
That gives me so much satisfaction that I'm making a difference.
Welcome to Enrich Your Empire with Richie Huffman, the ultimate podcast for entrepreneurship, impactful wealth building, and effective team leadership. It's time to enrich your business and create a lasting legacy. Let's get to work.
Okay, guys, so we're here at FranCon 2026 in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I am joined, I didn't know if I want to say this, one of my favorite, I won't say one of my favorite franchisees, but what I will say, one of my favorite people. So Josephine Kibe-Johnson, welcome and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Richie. Thank you for having me.
I love our relationship, and it's so genuine and so real, and I just want to start by saying thank you. And you know what, to be honest with you, I think that's one of the beautiful things about franchising is the people that franchising brings in your life, that if it wasn't for franchising and helping others, that I wouldn't have a chance to meet you and Edward and your family. So just want to say thank you for our relationship and our friendship before we start.
Okay, and thank you for believing in me, because right early in the process, you believed in me.
Yeah.
You told me that you believed in me.
You're easy to believe.
So thank you too. Thank you for giving us this opportunity too.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So I love that. So let's get real, right? The subject we want to talk about, guys, is really the truth about being an entrepreneur, because there's a lot of misconceptions there. People think it's too hard. Some people think it's too easy. And until you're really an entrepreneur and own your own business, that's when you know the real truth. So let's go back, take us back to the beginning, and is where you're at right now and becoming an entrepreneur, owning your own Celebree School. Was it harder than you thought? And what made it harder?
Yes, I mean, in the beginning, it was harder than I thought it would be. I mean, as I said, when we invested into the franchise and we saw the possibilities of what could happen, and that's why we invested in more than one school, because we could see this vision and this dream, that we wanted to be a part of. In the beginning, when we started, we thought that we did everything right when it came to community engagement, making the school known. We were fortunate enough to have other Celebree schools already in the market, Kate School and Bakul School. So we kind of knew, yes, we are new, but the community knows about Celebree. And just to say that, especially for Kate, whatever she did was really good for us because of the kind of quality that she introduced into the market, because we are in the same kind of environment, the same kind of market. People could see her school and see our school, what it would be before we started. And so we knew we were going to do well. We thought we would do well quickly, but it took a little bit of more time. Mistakes that we made was, maybe not listening to the franchisor in the beginning, in terms of, when to hire teachers, making hard decisions that if you see somebody is not the right member of your team, the best thing to do is, if you cannot coach them in, you should coach them out. So we held on to maybe people that we should not have held on to. Okay. We made mistakes in terms of just getting the right people into the building. And I remember we asked one of our Celebree in charge of HR was not very comfortable with our first director, but we overruled her and brought in the director, and it was one of the mistakes that we did right from the beginning.
Keeping your director a little too long?
Yeah, and just even hiring her, because right from the hiring process, because we have this support whereby you have someone from corporate who sits in the interview. Our FBC sits in the interviews for our management, and when they tell you we're not feeling them, but because we thought that we had created this personal, relationship with a new person, we did not listen, and it came to bite us.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of mistakes that we did in the beginning of the school. Being scared as an owner that I cannot face parents, I cannot do a tour by myself, delegating responsibilities that as a new owner should actually fall on me.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the things that, we really suffered in the beginning, like thinking that somebody else can sell my school better than I can as an owner. Somebody else can do my job in convincing parents that this is where they want their children to be. So I learned that the hard way. And when I saw that the enrollments were not coming in, we are getting visits, but we are not converting. I had to really change the strategy. And I took ownership of the school. I'm usually the first face that any new parent sees in the school. And for me, that is building capital, because I'm going to need it later. When a child gets, hit or a child gets injured, the parent knows that we are doing our best in the school.
Yeah.
So those are the kinds of, challenges that we faced in the beginning. It was not smooth starting, but now we are in a good place.
Love that. I'm sure there was.
Yeah.
Was there ever a time where you and Edward were like, honey, I'm not sure if we're going to make it? And how did you get through that?
I don't know, for me, and I'll just bring in the belief in God.
Please.
Because I before we started Celebree School of Reston, I, of course, asked God, is this where I should be? And God reminded me that I'm a teacher by training. My first degree is in education.
Oh, wow.
So God reminded me that, you're a teacher first.
You're built for this.
Yes, you're built for this, that you can be able to do it. Of course, there are instances whereby my husband, Edward, he kept on asking me, how much money, what's the runway, how much capital do we still have?
Great question.
Can we be able to survive? And for me, I told him, failure is not an option. We have to find a solution, because this is our children's inheritance. This is our family, future. Yeah. We have to give it our best shot. We have to try our best. So there were those instances whereby I can tell you for a fact I did not sleep, or I would go to my bed, and my husband knows, and I would cover myself, because to me, covering myself means all the problems have gone, and sleep. But I would, tell myself to stick to the process.
Yeah.
Stick to the process. Wake up in the morning, show up in the school. It will eventually pay off in the end. And that's what we did. So we had those moments whereby it was really, scary for us.
Yeah.
But we had to, get back to ourselves, dig deep inside ourselves, and look for that courage and keep on just moving on.
Yeah, that courage, that faith, that belief that makes us move forward, right?
Yep.
And win today, right? We win every day.
Yes.
Like, that's one of the things that I've learned as I've gotten older is, like, I used to worry so much about the future and tomorrow, and that fear and that fear of failure tomorrow, it never exists. Mm-hmm. So I just focus on today and give God thanks for every morning I wake up and ask Him to lead me today and give me what it takes to win today on this path that He's put me on. And it's made me feel so much, my anxiety is much lower because each day I wake up to win, and every day, somehow, some way, through God's grace, we win.
Yeah.
And then we get up and we do it again tomorrow.
That's exactly how it's supposed to be.
So I want to share that with everybody. Like, I think that's just, and it's easier. It's harder to do than it sounds easy, but it's actually very hard to do, because I think we're conditioned to worry about tomorrow, think about the future, but just win today.
That's true. That's true. And sometimes when you look back where you've come from, you know that you can, you will be able to conquer the future, because you know who has been with you in the past.
True.
Never failed, so Yeah.
I said it. You. That's why you and I get along so great, because I think about that all the time. Like, why do I continue to question you when you've never ever failed me yet?
There you go.
But we still do.
Yeah. And God forgives us for that. Because
Oh,
we are
thank you.
human beings.
So thank you. So you talked a little bit about some of the early mistakes that were made. And you and I talked about this, and I took this from you, and I share this with others. And I said to you, Josephine, don't ever give anybody the power that you have, right? Yeah. We went into partners with you because of you.
Yes.
Not your director or your assistant director, but we fell in love with you.
Yes.
And so don't ever give that up. And I tell everybody that because I see that a lot in businesses where the owner will feel like somebody else knows more than them. They might know more than them
Yes.
in a specific area of the business.
Yes.
But you are the owner.
Yes.
You are the one that is responsible for this business, and don't ever give that authority or that power to anybody else. And I think that's kind of what you touched on a little bit there, right? Yes. You believe that this director was going to be the savior, and
exactly.
that she was the one that was going to make you successful in this business. And then you realize, no, that's got to be me.
It has to be me. And unfortunately, she resigned a week before we opened our doors.
Oh.
And that's when we needed her the most. And I felt so vulnerable and so scared of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But then I had to really...
What a blessing, though, right?
Yes, it was.
What a blessing.
It was. And so it's that, in the beginning as an entrepreneur, it's that fear. When it comes to, convincing new parents to enroll,
yeah.
You're selling yourself, you're selling the business. And, you're looking at children are not commodities. They're not goods. This is a parent's most precious, thing
it's
in the
very
world.
Emotional.
So you have to be, very careful even when you want an enrollment, and that you feel what the parent is feeling. Mm-hmm. So it's a very tough process. There's a lot of fear that's built into it as an entrepreneur that you cannot do it. But sometimes it takes other people to see something in you that you don't see. And that's why I say for Celebree, when we reached out and said we want to, we are thinking of investing in Celebree School, and right from our conversations, you said, yes, this is she should be part of us, which is us, my husband and I. So there's that kind of fear. I think later on, and I also talked to you about this, if you remember.
Yeah.
When you get comfortable. So for me, right now with our school, we are doing very well. I think we're maybe the second or the third highest enrollment in Virginia.
Congratulations.
So, and our goal is to get to number one, for sure.
Well, you're also in your second school, but go ahead. I love it.
So that's what we want to do. But sometimes as an owner, when things are going well, and I always say it's PTSD, coming from such a tough beginning. Now everything is going well. You feel like you don't want to push yourself and get and maximize and optimize where you are. And I talked to you about this when we were in the last meeting, and I said, I don't want to be bothered because now I'm happy. Like the school is doing well. It doesn't bother me. I can pay my teachers well. I can make a little bit of money. I don't feel like I want to move. And you told me, no, you cannot. You have to push yourself to get to where you're supposed to be, and that's what I'm doing right now. I got to a place as an entrepreneur where everything is going on well. I'm like, what else do I need? I need to go to the next level. If it's the second school, making sure we start well, and who knows, maybe a third school, because now we know how we're supposed to start and move along. So, it's been a very rewarding journey for me, moving from fear to being confident in myself to the point of now I can relax a little bit, but being pushed again that this is not where you're supposed to be. You can achieve more and you can move to the next level, and that's where I want to go.
Love that.
Yep.
So I was going to ask you about what kind of impact has the business had on your community? But the more I think about it, I want to ask what kind of impact has the business had on you?
Well, one of the greatest things, or one of the greatest experiences I have at my school is when an infant mom comes into the school and she comes with her baby, and I'm doing the tour, and she breaks down crying, and I break down crying. And the dad breaks down crying, and you feel the vulnerability that this family has. And I tell them, this child is under my care. I will take care of the baby, and we will make sure the baby reaches their milestones. And then now this child now is a 4-year-old, thriving 4-year-old
who is this lady? They're probably thinking, who is it? Because they're not getting that. They're not getting that anywhere else. Nowhere else, right?
Nowhere else. Nowhere else. So I see this 4-year-old child meeting their milestones, can't talk in full sentences. It's a baby that I raised together with the parents. It's a village with my teachers from when they were like 3 months old.
Yeah.
That gives me so much satisfaction that
Yeah.
I'm making a difference in this family's lives. I'm making a difference in my teachers' lives, making sure that I invest in them, that I care very deeply about them and their career progression, that I'm together with them even with the challenges that they are facing in their school. And when teachers come to me and they tell me, I've been with you since the school started because I believe in you and the vision that you've created for the school, that gives me a lot of satisfaction that myself, the little part that I play, can make a huge difference to somebody else's lives. Seeing my children in the school, my teachers in the school, having our school have such an impact in the community. Our school has grown because of the relationship we have with our parents and what we are doing. I always tell people, come visit Reston and see. We are hidden. We are hidden. You cannot see us from the main road. And why is the school having 127 enrollments today? It's because of our parents. We have siblings in the school. We have neighbors in the school. They're all part of a community that, we go to Celebree School of Reston. When I go to the social media and they're talking about our school, they're talking about our teachers, someone is looking for care and they say, we trust Celebree School of Reston. They really care about our children. What else can I ask for?
Zero.
What else can
You
I
make me want to enroll my children. We
don't have. We must put you on our wait list.
Do you have room for a 24-year-old and a 21?
We do offer opportunities.
We'll put them in a classroom, right?
Yes.
I love that. So, how has the early struggle shaped the way that you run the business now, and especially the lessons that you'll learn or have learned as now you guys move on to opening your second school?
I mean, of course, one of the things that Mike Forrest told me in the beginning was that enrollment solves almost all the problems in the school.
Yes.
So enrollment is very crucial in a new school, that you have to get the numbers.
Got to get there quick.
You have to get there quick too. So for me, taking charge of the visits process, the tours, and making sure that we convert well, I should have done that in the first school.
Yeah.
I should not have waited until 3 months later when I see, these things are not going well, then I have to kind of change my strategy. With the second school from the beginning, the relationships with the new potential parents will be created by me,
All you. There
my
you
husband
go.
and I. So from the very beginning. So that's one of the things that I'm going to do. Another thing that I will do is to make sure that everything is aligned, and this is one of the things that was talked about in just this previous session, that payroll has to go with the enrollment too. And sometimes it's difficult to get that right in the beginning, because you are thinking, I have these children coming in, and do I have the right teachers in place? Do I have the right number of teachers? And you can overshoot your budget for working capital and payroll that way. So that's one of the things that I have learned as an owner that is important. The other thing is that the teachers that we hire, right from the beginning, I love what Lisa is doing right now, that we don't hire you on the spot. We give you 30 days. And if you're not Celebree quality, that's what she said, then we don't
certified
Celebree certified,
teacher certified. Yes,
exactly. We are not going to keep you in the school. We want to be able to have the right teachers right from the beginning, because it creates a certain tone in the school.
Our kids deserve it.
Yeah, exactly.
And our parents deserve it.
Exactly, that's important. And as a leader, making hard decisions, it's difficult to tell a teacher that, I'm so sorry, you don't fit in the school, or a director, or sometimes I feel like we took too long to let some people go.
That's very common. That's very common in a lot of businesses.
Yes.
Right. What they say, the old adage is hire slow and fire fast. Right?
Yep.
No, we hire fast and we fire slow.
Exactly.
And it really, really hurts the business.
Exactly. So those are the kind of things that, will be important for us to look out for when we start the second school, making sure we have the right director
Yes.
in place, making sure that we have the right teachers in place. And I think we are fortunate that we've run Reston for 3 years. I think Dallas will be it will be a better, experience for us, because we will not make the same mistake twice. A clever person, an intelligent person, is somebody who looks at another franchises and learns from their mistake. But we have learned from our mistake, from the
That's
past.
That's the best lessons, right?
Yes. Yep.
Well, I'm sitting here knowing without a doubt that I definitely are in business with the right franchisees. I'm super, super, super proud of you in so many different ways. I mean, just how you have the confidence that you now have, and as a leader, and the impact that you're making on our communities and our children. I'm lost for words of how proud I am of you and Edward and the entire family. So thank you for being in this partnership with us and with Celebree, and just so happy and proud of you guys individually and as a family. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Richie. Thank you for the opportunity and for the support.
All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to Enrich Your Empire. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn at Richie Huffman Celebree. We've got more great episodes lined up for you, so check back with us soon. Until then, stay inspired, stay driven, and keep building your empire.